everybody. Welcome back. I'm Maddie.
I'm Casey.
And today we're talking about Disneyland Paris, what we loved about it, what we maybe didn't like so much about it, kind of comparing them to the American parks, what we're used to.
Yeah, and again, we want to, um, advertise, that we are a travel agency as well. So these tips are not only to help you guys, but also just we like to talk about it. We want to, even if you don't go with us, we want to help people to be able to utilize to have the best Disney vacation. But again, our services are free. Disney pays our commission, so please, if you want to, reach out to us. We'd love to help you book your vacation. If you know other people that are going on one, please let us know. We'd love to be able to help them as well. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment. Please interact with us. We'll do our best to interact back. We're small enough where we can do that. So if you have questions, please put them down in the comments. We'd love to be able to answer them. Kind of going into what Maddie said, we're going to talk about more of just kind of the details about Disneyland Paris. We posted a video about our trip, or we'll post this one first, whichever one we do, in what order. Talking about our trip and kind of just a broad detail. And now we wanted to talk more about the specifics of things that we really enjoyed, things we didn't like, and kind of have more of a back-to-back conversation together about those kind of things. So I'll have Maddie start with her first one. Maybe we'll start with a favorite thing first.
Okay,
and then we'll do a negative after that. So we keep it positive.
Well, okay, I talked about this in the last video, so it feels a little redundant, but I just have to say again, the castle was my absolute favorite thing in the whole trip. There is a dungeon where you can go see a dragon that is interactive, and they have an amazing walkthrough. There's a gift shop. It's just gorgeous. If you ever get to go to Disneyland Paris, take time to walk through the castle. It was my favorite part. Like I said in the last video, I just loved that the castle was for everybody, not just people with a dining reservation or going to Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique. It's for everybody. So that was my absolute favorite thing from Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, and I throw in a tip for there, a couple things about specifically the cave with the dragon. Try going at night when your eyes have adjusted. When you go during the day, it is very dark in there. It's hard to see it. Take pictures so that you can be able to see it. If you have an iPhone, I think Androids can do this. I don't know. Try not to use flash. Try to use the one that takes the picture without the flash. It makes it look so cool in there so you can be able to see the dragon. I don't remember the other tip is that wait there for like 5-10 minutes. It does a bunch of different stuff. It will get up, its claws will move, it will breathe. It's not breathe fire, it breathes smoke. Like wait it out. Don't just go and be like, oh, that's cool, and leave. Like wait a little bit, enjoy it. It is worth it.
There are stairs. You can go upstairs if you're able to see the walkthrough portion. And like we said in our last video, some characters may or may not be walking through.
They do. Anyone can walk through it. Maleficent. Go watch the video.
If you want the whole story time, make sure you watch our video about our overview of the trip.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to say something negative then?
I guess maybe I should say something positive. Yeah. We'll do positive.
Okay.
I would say one of the positives, and we talked a little bit about this, and it kind of feels, it's kind of a little bit of both, but Disney is going very hard into the IP stuff. And I loved that. I did like that all the restaurants had IP attached to them. It made it kind of more fun. It made it feel very much like a Disneyland. I don't know. I feel like Disney World is okay with not doing that because it's a world. I don't know. And it's not as close. Everything is more spread out. I feel like with the Disneyland, it needs to have that kind of feel. And like, that's what it was. Like every restaurant had an IP.
Yeah.
Every restaurant had some attachment to it. And it wasn't even like overly themed. It just was kind of fun. It'd be like, this is a Coco restaurant. It was literally just their Mexican food restaurant, but they decided to put Coco in front of it. And it just kind of makes it, especially for kids, I'm sure they'd love it.
Yeah.
Or like the Tramp restaurant. I mean, outside of it being called Lady and the Tramp, there was a few Lady and the Tramp stuff, but like it just was fun. It was like, yeah, I'm eating the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti and meatballs without having to go to Tony's at Magic Kingdom, like, and make a reservation for it.
Right.
Like, I don't know. So, yeah, but it's also, slightly a negative because it's like it is an IP, but they also just kind of slap it in front of something.
Right.
But I don't know. That's what I would say for one of my positives for it.
Okay. I guess I'll go in with a negative then. Something that we had a negative experience with is, and maybe they fixed this by now because it's been almost a year since we've gone.
Yeah.
The mobile ordering was confusing and not quicker necessarily, at least in our experience, as just going up and
It,
ordering at the register.
it was, all honesty, it was pretty terrible. So you go to a third party site. You don't even go through Disneyland Paris. Like you go on the app and you're like, hey, I want a mobile order. It takes you to a different site. You got to put in your credit card. You got to do all this
Mhm.
stuff. And you put the time, but you put on here. We did it at their Casey's Corner. And we waited like 20 minutes. Other people ordered their food and got it
Mhm.
before us. And I was like, what the heck? And then the cast member comes around and is like, did you guys mobile order? And we're like, yeah, we did. And they're like, oh, what's the order? And then they brought it out. And I was like, why isn't everyone standing here? But I guess people don't use it. So they probably are just confused why
Yeah.
someone actually used it. But we're Disney World people.
Mhm.
Mobile ordering is our life.
Yep.
You don't go to Disney World and not mobile order. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
wasting 30 minutes of my life at Disney World to
Yeah.
do that.
So
So
unless it's gotten better, if you've gone recently, like leave a comment below if you've had issues with that, because maybe it just was our, our one-time fluke or
yeah, we could
something.
have just had a rough night. They could have been short staffed. Like I
Mhm.
don't know. We only did it the one time, maybe
Mhm. Because
twice.
then after that, we were like, we're not doing this again. But
Yeah.
not every location has it.
No, it's very
Yeah.
limited. They are not like Disneyland and Disney World.
Mhm. Okay, no, you have to say a negative
But,
if you can think of one.
there are some. I would say my biggest negative, and I think I knew going into it that this was going to happen. The Walt Disney Studios park is not good. And like for a little bit about me, I don't like Disney's California Adventure. I don't like Disney's Hollywood Studios. I think they have great rides. You can come at me
You
with
should still go to
yes.
them.
You sh-
They are fun.
in comparison to the other ones, is I don't like them as much. They're not bad. They're not. Walt Disney Studios is bad, but Disney's California Adventure, Disney's Hollywood Studios are great. They have great rides. I just my problem is they feel like they're just the theming isn't cohesive. That's
Mhm.
my problem. Unlike Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, all
Mhm.
cohesive. Walt Disney Studios, one was under extreme construction. Like it was crazy the amount of construction that they were going through. And then second, it just felt like a strip of like rides, and then that was it. And granted, we didn't see the shows. I know there's two shows there.
We didn't
There's the
have time.
Pixar one, and there's the Lion King one. I've heard the Lion King
Mhm.
one is amazing. I hear it's just as good as Festival of the Lion King, which is like my favorite show at Disney World. Like, I get we did not see it. We didn't have the time. But we rode Tower of Terror. We rode Crushes. They rode Ratatouille. And then we rode the Iron Man coaster. And then after that, we were like, what do we do? We just felt so
Mhm.
claustrophobic. There was no food options.
It also seemed to be more crowded than Disneyland Paris. The wait times were a little bit
Mm-hmm.
higher.
And again, they have great rides. Crush's coaster is so fun. It's like a mixture of like a kid roller. It's like a mini Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. Like that's the best way to put it. So fun. Ratatouille's the same as it is in Epcot. I guess Epcot's the same as it is in France and Disneyland Paris. Tower of Terror. If you love Tower of Terror, you're gonna love it. If you are like Maddie and you hate Tower of Terror, you're gonna hate it. And then their Avengers Campus. We've both been to Disneyland, California. Their Avengers Campus feels very small. It feels
Yeah.
very, very small. So I don't know. That's what I would say. There's good things about it, but like overall, a negative. But we knew that going into it.
Mhm.
We've done the research. We knew that park was not the greatest, which is why they are updating it to Disney Adventure World, where they're adding Frozen and Lion King, and they're updating some of the Pixar area. Like they're changing a bunch. Very excited. It's gonna be great.
Okay, I get to say a positive now,
Yes.
right? Okay. I thought I had something. I'm just looking through my notes, but now I can't find it. So
Do you
I
want me?
Oh no, I found it. I
Okay.
found it. Okay. Um the popcorn buckets. And Disneyland here
Hmm.
in California, I keep saying here in California like we're in California. We don't live in California. I mean here in the United States. Has now done this for the 70th anniversary, but their popcorn buckets are, I don't even know how to describe what they're made out of, but they're not the circular plastic ones that you think of when you think of Walt Disney World. They were made out of cloth.
I think the best way to put it, like those kind of cheaper coolers that
Mhm.
you can get where like they fold
Mhm.
more, or like those ice hot bags.
Yeah.
Like it's like that kind of material
Mhm.
where it's like you can just scrunch it.
Yes, you're able to fold it up and collapse it and like throw it in your backpack or
Hmm.
wherever. So it's easier to carry around in the parks instead of a plastic thing
Hmm.
that it's
And it
harder to get into a
can still go
backpack.
around your neck.
Yes. And the
It,
cast member just gives you
the reusable, not the reusable. They
not
give you the
reusable,
like the classic
throwaway
classic
paper.
throwaway popcorn thing, and then you just place it in it,
Yeah.
and then it has a lid, and you zip it,
hmm
and it's your popcorn's never gonna disappear.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I
thought it
think
was
Disney
really
World needs
cool.
to do
I
it.
thought it was really cool, and I liked it. I liked that Disneyland seems to be now taking the idea. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I When they gave it to us, I was like, I like this. I love this. Like it made it so so nice. Um, okay, another positive. I would say one of the positives I think is the detail that they put into their lands. So I would say with Disneyland Paris, a lot of their rides are very good. I think Disneyland California has most of the superior versions of a lot of the rides. But I would say Disneyland Paris, their lands are very superior to like any Disney park. Like Discoveryland, so cool. I thought it was so cool. That restaurant theater place
Oh yeah, that
that
was
we just,
crazy.
yeah, huge. I forgot what it was called.
I don't know. We just kind of, it's in Discoveryland, which is their
Mm-hmm.
version of Tomorrowland. We just kind of
It's the one that has the big blimp.
stumbled into this area, and it was like almost like a huge movie theater where they were playing
Mm-hmm.
a movie or
They
something,
were
right?
playing Young Jedi's or whatever it is
Yeah,
from
and
Disney
people
Plus.
people just were hanging out, eating food,
Yeah, they had a
taking
restaurant in there
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, there was like a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant bathroom, sitting in the, dark,
Yeah,
watching, hanging out. Um,
yeah, it was
it
right.
wasn't hot when we were there because we went in October, but still, a place
No,
to sit down.
it was so cool. So yeah, like that theming, and then their Adventure World. Oh my gosh, Adventureland is so cool. It feels very much like an adventure. It's very much more on like the almost like the jungle type feel
hmm
for a lot of it, where it has a lot of trees and their cover and stuff. They do have like Skull Rock and all of that.
hmm
But
That
then
was
like we
cool.
talked a little bit about in the other video, like the caves. Like you could just get lost in these tunnels and caves, and like I don't know. And then their Frontierland is superior to any Frontierland I've been to. Like it is so cool. It's massive. The theming, like it's a cohesive story. I talked about this last
hmm
time, but like the story is just so cohesive,
hmm
and it all makes sense, and like everything comes together. And I just was like, that was just so cool to me to be like this is this makes sense. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I say with my positive.
Now I get to do a negative.
Yeah, talk
My
that.
next negative is unfortunately the merchandise. I
I
was
was gonna steal that if you didn't say
very,
it.
very disappointed. Um, all I was looking for when I was there was on this mission. I went to like, it felt like I went into every single gift shop.
We did go into every
I'm
single
pretty
gift
sure
shop.
we did. I just wanted a vintage looking, basic, classic crew neck that said Disneyland Paris and extra points if it had the castle on it.
Extra points.
I couldn't, it was, we barely found any adult merchandise, like a sweatshirt for an
Mm-hmm.
adult. There was a few things, but they just weren't me. Um, they weren't for me.
A lot of the adult merchandise was like Eiffel Tower, Mickey looking
Yeah.
in his French outfit,
It
and
was
like
cute.
we didn't want that.
I just wanted something more that I felt more comfortable wearing outside of the parks.
Like
So
this.
I actually ordered this sweatshirt. I'm not sure if you can see this. This is exactly what I was looking for. I ordered this off of an Etsy shop. And maybe that's bad, but I think it's really cute, so I don't care. I got this sweatshirt from Disney Embroidery GB, and I love it. This is all I was looking for. So
Mm-hmm.
when we got home, I ordered it because I didn't find any. Found some magnets, some pins, some postcards, but they just didn't seem to have a lot of options for adults. Lots of cute kid stuff, but yeah, I was disappointed in the
Yeah.
merchandise.
No, I agree. The merchandise was
Mhm.
pretty much. I was looking for something. I wanted a hat. The
Yeah.
only thing I saw, and now that they're changing the name, I'm like, well, that could be cool to have. Was there was a Walt Disney Studios sweater? It just said Walt Disney Studios, and it had like the director like
Mhm.
snap thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the
Um,
action
action
thing, the
thing. Yeah.
scene thing.
And I thought I was like, oh, that's cool. But I have so many sweaters and sweatshirts
Mhm.
from Disney World,
Yeah.
Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line. Like,
And I wanted something with a castle on it because that castle to me is just the
it's
most
gorgeous.
gorgeous thing. Um, but we did find an ornament of the castle,
Oh my gosh, I
but it
forgot about
was
our ornament.
like a wedding themed one. But it was actually perfect because a few months before our trip, we had gotten engaged. So I was like, this was meant for us. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had to get it. I usually wouldn't buy something like wedding themed, but this time, like
It made
it made
sense.
sense and it was just too perfect to pass up.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, the merchandise. Or even like your Maddie's mom was trying to find just like a hat for Maddie's brother,
Mhm.
and we couldn't find it. And then when we thought we found it, it was a kid's hat. Like Maddie said, there's so much
Yeah,
kid stuff. So then we had to
it
give it
doesn't
to someone else.
it doesn't fit any of our heads.
Like, I don't know. It was interesting, but
Yeah.
I got, I will say though, I did finally get my Pascal shoulder plush
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
my shoulder buddy thing, whatever they're called. I have been looking for this for forever. I have searched Disney World, I have searched Disneyland, and every time I ask cast member, they're always like, "Oh, we don't sell those anymore. Disneyland doesn't sell them, or Disney
Mhm.
doesn't sell them. That was like a D23 exclusive." And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna find this thing. They are all over Disneyland Paris.
Yep.
There was a whole bucket.
Yeah.
So now I have that, and I have zero, and I'm very, very happy about it.
Yeah.
But okay.
You're negative.
Oh, I gotta think of another negative. I don't know. I did a really big one. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What's on our list here? Let me take a look. See if I can figure something out here. Okay. I'm gonna say that one of the negatives is going to be the gift shops are all singular gift shops. And what I mean by that, if you've been to Disney World, if you've been to Disneyland, you know the emporiums are connected.
You
You can
can
cut
walk
straight
all
through
the
them.
way through. They weren't always like that,
No,
right?
they weren't not always. They were not always like that.
Mhm.
And even right now, you used to be able to walk into Casey's Corner at Disney World, but now they have that roped off for part of it too because too many people were walking
Mhm.
through it. It was causing a problem. At Disneyland Paris, they do not have that option. With that said, they do have the tunnels. I don't even know, not tunnels. Tunnels is
They're
underground.
hallways.
Hallways, covered hallways that go behind the gift shops on both sides, where you can walk through, and they're big. And so it kind of makes up for it because they have their entrances. So you have to go in through, like, you just kind of weave through everything. As someone who's not used to that, it was kind of a downside,
Mhm.
but it also saved our lives when it was raining. It was raining
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
hard.
these hallways, so this is like a negative, but also a positive. The
Mhm.
hallways are genius because, I said this in the last video, you could hide from rain or heat or crowds.
It
Like,
disperses the crowd into three
hmm
separate ways.
yeah,
Disney World,
could never.
open up that alleyway that you do for
Hmm
like the parties.
Yeah, that's
Just have it
true.
open. all the time, please. It would
Hmm.
help so much.
Extra points if you build a cover over it. But then again, that
Yeah.
could cause crowd problems if it's raining and
Hmm.
everyone's under there. So,
But everyone goes into the gift shops anyway,
yeah,
so you
that's
might as well
true.
just
That's
add it. I don't
true.
know. So
So,
it's a negative, it's a positive.
mhm.
We love Disneyland Paris. There really wasn't too much
No,
negatives I would say about this place.
no. I think I had another positive on here.
I don't know. There's a whole list. We got
I
so many of
know.
them. Let's.
Um, I guess I can do what I thought was really cool at every restaurant. We only ate at quick services. Um, was that there was a recycling cast member where you would dispose of your trash and they would sort through all of your trash into the different categories. Every
Hmm.
every restaurant had this person.
Yeah, and a lot of it, I think, is because they knew a lot of people wouldn't know what to do.
Hmm.
Um,
Like us
but
who are not used to
yeah,
sorting here in America.
yeah, we got confused at the McDonald's
Yeah.
outside of the Louvre. Like it was, we were very confused. We watched a kid do it, and we said, "Okay, I think we can do that."
Yeah, yeah.
But no, but at Disneyland Paris, everything is like reusable. They give you reusable bowls. Kind of think about, they're not as cheap as like the ones you would get at Target, but kind of think of that kind of bowl.
Hmm.
They're just plastic bowls. They have, and it's the same thing, and they're all reusable. Same with the knives, the
Hmm.
forks, the spoons, everything. Like, oh, okay, I could go into a little bit of a negative.
Okay, go
Big
for it.
one, and it's kind of good. It's kind of bad. It's good because it's better for the environment, but it's kind of annoying. There's just nothing readily available at restaurants. You have
Hmm.
to ask them for everything. So there's no straws, there's no
Forks.
forks, plate, napkin, any of that stuff. Like you
Hmm.
have to ask them, which I get. It's actually probably so much better. And at a place where you're not as busy, it makes sense. Disney World couldn't. They have to have some of that stuff. But like you always had to ask. And I get it's better for the environment, and I'm not saying they need to change it. It was kind of more like a shock, just being like,
Hmm.
what do we do? And I kind of keep asking them. And yeah, I don't know.
I saw another positive on my list. And maybe some of you would disagree with me because I have not been to Disneyland during the holidays. But what I liked about Disneyland Paris was we were there during Halloween time and they had Halloween decorations all throughout the park, not just on Main Street. Specifically, I remember in Frontierland,
Frontierland
yeah, maybe not
very
the rest
much
of
in
it,
it.
but Frontierland had a lot of Halloween decorations.
Mm-hmm.
And thought that was really cool. I don't think that's the case in Disney World.
No, outside of the like Mickey pumpkins and
Yeah.
Cinderella pumpkins, and the like, what are, like the hanging
Yeah,
stuff.
like on Main Street.
Yeah,
Like Main Street
outside of
is
that,
decked out, but outside of
Frontierland
that,
has a little like, but yeah, all they do is they put the pumpkins. But like, no,
hmm,
Disneyland Paris had like their main street had ghosts, which were so fun, and they
so
would just
cute.
randomly make noises in the speakers.
Hmm.
But no, like their Frontierland had all these like, were they like pumpkin
They were
scarecrows?
scarecrows,
Yeah, I
pumpkin
don't know.
scarecrows. Like their faces were pumpkins, but the rest of them were scarecrows.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
it
adorable.
was really cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would say another positive is going into that. I kind of going into your merchandise. I can't believe I didn't talk about this. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. They go hard into the Nightmare Before Christmas merch, and I love it. I don't love Nightmare Before Christmas merch that much, but I love that it's there.
Yeah,
I
they
love that
at
it's
least have the
there.
option.
I think Nightmare Before Christmas merch looks a little bit too much like just not stuff I would wear. More,
Hmm.
I'm not a hot topic vibe kind of
Yeah,
person.
I get
Some
what you're
people are, and some
saying.
people can pull it off. I am not that person. So
Okay, I have another positive that I'm
go
kind of
for it.
nervous to share, but I'm going to share it anyway.
Nervous?
I did not see one family meltdown
Oh
when
yeah.
we were in Disneyland Paris.
Could it be because
And
we didn't understand the language?
yeah, that could be it. Maybe we just were so happy we weren't
Yeah.
looking for it. So this might be an unfair thing, but I think part of it was the weather was so beautiful. It was a little cold at night,
Mm-hmm.
but I would rather put on gloves and a hat at a Disney park than be dying of heat all day. Like I will go during the cold months over the summer months any day of the year.
Yeah. I would
Um,
say, yeah, I think
the
the weather has
the
such a
weather
big
has such an
ideal
impact on
thing to
people's
do with
moods,
it.
and then also the wait times were not outrageous.
Mm-mm.
We one time we had to wait like a half hour for something, and that was a long wait. We're at Disney World, that's pretty standard. Like you're gonna wait at least a half hour most of the time. Not all the
Mm-hmm.
time, but on a typical day, that's a half hour is a short wait at Disney World. And I don't know what the answer is at Disney World. They can't just make the lines magically shorter. Um, but sorry, our dog Louie. Sorry, everybody. We had to check on our puppy.
Yeah, when you
He
see this
was.
edit,
We are scared, newish puppy parents, and
he was having a nightmare and it seemed like he
he
was
couldn't
hyperventilating. I don't
breathe.
know. He was like, and I went to touch him and he wasn't, he still was doing it. And then he like, finally his eyes fully
Yeah, and
opened
he
and
moves, and
he was
he's
fine.
just fine.
He's just
We just
bored
love him a lot.
a lot.
Anyways, yeah, I didn't see a family meltdown
Mm-mm.
because I think food prices weren't outrageous, the
No.
weather was great, and the lines were short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, wish every day at Disney could be like that.
Yeah. Um, I think we'll do another one based off the rides. So I'm not
Hmm.
going to talk about some of our favorite rides because we could go on forever about that stuff.
Yeah.
I would say one of the things that I think is a good positive, you kind of talked a little bit about with the food prices, is I just feel like some of this, there were just cheap snack options.
Hmm.
I loved that I could get a croissant. I was obsessed with the they just call it chocolate bread, but it's a chocolate croissant. And
Hmm.
oh my gosh, I would have it every day. Like I was
Every morning.
obsessed with it while we were there. And like I just love that you can get that at Disney World and Disneyland. It's just so expensive.
Hmm.
Like when I think of a croissant, like right now, like the creme brulee croissant at Gaston's is like the rave. People always are
Hmm.
talking about it. I don't want that. Like sometimes I might, but like I just want a croissant in the morning. Like
Hmm. With hot chocolate or a
yeah,
coffee.
I think the only thing I can think of at Disney World that is similar, the Cheshire Cattail.
Hmm.
Um,
We
that's
got ours like
that's
on
good.
Main Street at the bakery, which
Yeah,
maybe we just need to go into the confectionery more. But
yeah. I'm honestly they might have this stuff, and I'm just being
yeah,
I.
we just don't go into the
We just don't go to
confectionery.
Disney World very much in the morning anymore, so maybe
Yeah.
that's part of it. But I don't know. That's what I would say. I just loved that. Like it
Hmm.
was just
Yeah, just going in the morning,
they
picking
had
up your
cheap.
drink and your croissant, and
Yeah,
not stressing about like, oh, I just spent
mhm,
$20 on breakfast.
yeah. It was just everything was yeah. They had easy, cheap options for people to quickly grab.
Hmm.
I loved that.
Yeah, I miss Disneyland Paris.
Me too. I very much miss Disneyland Paris. Okay,
I Did you have something else? Because I went through my list.
I think the last thing I'm gonna say is I like the vibes of the hotels, especially I think the Disneyland Paris hotel is perfect. Like
So beautiful.
it is you can't walk into Disneyland Paris without going under the Disneyland Paris hotel. Like that is so cool. I like it is pink, it is beautiful, it matches Sleeping Beauty vibes. Like I don't know. It just and inside like it's gorgeous. I think the only like the DVC villa portion of Grand Floridian has like kind of like a glass chandelier type thing, and like
Hmm.
but this one had one, and it was like the castle
Yeah, the
was in
castle
it.
was in it.
Like I don't know, it was just oh my gosh.
My only question with that is, if you've stayed at the Disneyland Paris Hotel, let us know. But like, is it loud? Like in your room, can you hear people milling about in the
Mm-hmm.
park and like
Yeah, that's a good
coming in and
question.
out? That would only be my thing, is if it's
Yeah,
distracting
because
being in the park.
ours was Sequoia Lodge was when we say it was like wilderness, it felt like the
It was so
wilderness.
peaceful. I wish we had more
So
time to
peaceful.
explore and enjoy the resort, but we were only there for a day and a half. So next time.
Next time, yeah, but yeah. I don't know if I have anything
We had a great trip. There
else.
weren't too many negatives.
No, and we could talk positives probably all day and go into the nitty gritty. But again, like I said, we'll do another one on the videos. Not videos. Oh my gosh, we'll do another video on the rides
Yeah.
and like our favorite rides, what makes them unique from the Disneyland, Disney World versions. Maybe talk about which one we prefer out of the
Hmm.
three. Like, we'll go more into depth on that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
that'll probably be our next video.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you guys.
Bye.